Welcome to the News First Plus. Alito's godliness comment reflects broader Christian movement. Justice Samuel A. Alito Jr. recently made headlines with a remark not typically associated with legal doctrine, returning America to a place of godliness. This comment came during a dinner where a woman posing as a Catholic conservative posed the question to him. Alito's unguarded response has intensified calls from Democrats for increased scrutiny and potential investigations into outside influences at the Supreme Court. This sentiment, that America must combat the decline of Christianity in public life, is shared by a broad spectrum of conservatives, including anti-abortion activists, church leaders, and conservative state legislators. These groups believe American democracy should be rooted in Christian values and safeguarded against the rise of secular culture. This movement encompasses right-wing Catholics and evangelicals who oppose abortion, same-sex marriage, transgender rights, and what they perceive as liberal dominance in school curricula. They form a key part of former President Donald J. Trump's political coalition, intertwined with the MAGA movement that propelled him to the White House and aims to do so again in November. Since Trump's defeat in the 2020 election, this movement has gained visibility nationwide. The National Association of Christian Lawmakers was established to promote Christian values and legislation among elected officials. This week, the Southern Baptist Convention, the largest Protestant denomination in America, is voting on issues such as restricting in vitro fertilization and further limiting women in pastoral roles. In Congress, Mike Johnson, deeply connected to this movement and the Alliance Defending Freedom, a conservative Christian legal advocacy group, now serves as Speaker of the House. Supreme Court justices are now part of the debate over whether America should be considered a Christian nation. While Justice Alito isn't openly championing these views, his language and symbolism align with a broader movement resisting the waning influence of Christianity as America's majority religion. Despite growing ethnic diversity and a rise in the number of Americans who identify as religiously unaffiliated, a 2022 Pew Research Center report found that over 4 in 10 adults believe America should be a Christian nation. Justice Alito has previously voiced concerns about the decline of Christianity in public life. After the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, a decision for which he wrote the majority opinion, he addressed a private summit on religious liberty hosted by the University of Notre Dame, expressing alarm over the growing hostility toward traditional religious beliefs. Reports have also surfaced about a flag associated with Christian governance flown at Alito's beach home. The Appeal to Heaven flag, linked to the Revolutionary War and more recently to the Stop the Steal movement, was flown during the January 6 Capitol attack. Alito stated that his wife, Martha Ann Alito, was responsible for the flags at their homes. At the same dinner where Alito spoke about godliness, his wife mentioned wanting to fly a Sacred Heart of Jesus flag in response to a neighborhood pride flag, though Alito asked her not to, following recent flag controversies. The Sacred Heart of Jesus, in Catholic tradition, symbolizes Jesus' divine love for humanity and represents a vision of America that contrasts sharply with the vision symbolized by the pride flag. Trump has long courted conservative Christians, tapping into their feelings of marginalization in a secularizing society. In 2016, he famously promised that if elected, Christianity will have power. Even now, as he tries to position himself more moderately on abortion, he continues to seek their support, addressing the Southern Baptist Convention via video and promising a comeback for their coalition if they vote for him. He criticized Democrats for being against your religion in particular, reinforcing his commitment to their cause. Trump's message to the Danbury Institute, a coalition of Christian churches and conservative activists, was clear: these are going to be your years, because you're going to make a comeback like just about no other group. I know what's happening. I know where you're coming from and where you're going. And I'll be with you side by side.